Welcome back, everyone. This will be part 6 of the final assembly of the all-terrain track chair project. Last time we talked, it was much warmer. Took a motorcycle ride. I was in shorts, not for the ride. I gotta be safe. But now it's winter. This is mid to late October. We got snow on the ground, about 9 inches worth. I got the stocking hat on. Had to turn the furnace on there that we got plumbed in last year. And shop's sitting at about 56 degrees right now, so it's fairly comfortable in here. And anyway, we're going to continue on here with some stuff on the track chair. One of the main things I'm working towards is to be ready to put the tracks on. In order to do that, there's a lot of small things that we got to get buttoned up here, wiring, air hoses, all that. I was just doing a little bit more air checking, fixing a few leaks. I got this rear air outlet all plumbed up and hooked in. That allows you to hook an air line on there and fill a tire or what have you. And so now we're going to get back into some details. I'm not going to dive into that, but we got a lot of little details to get done, and then hopefully we'll get to more exciting stuff, more visual of getting those tracks on. Got to assemble all the boogie wheels and that sort of fun stuff, and then work on wrangling those big old tracks into position. So here we go, let's get to it. Alright, so starting some pre-assembly of the suspension components that support the track. This is the rear idler, this one right here, and then this goes on, that goes for the rear tensioner boogie wheel. So we're going to start getting those together here with the rubber bushings and spacers. First one assembled. That boogie wheel will stay off until the track goes on, allows the track lugs to slip over that nicely, and then I'll put that last boogie wheel on. Rear set of boogie wheels positioned, ready to go in. And working on starting assembly on the next set of suspension A-arms for the boogie wheels. All the boogie wheel assemblies are put together. Got the rubber bushings in each end right there. Boogie wheels themselves on. This idler thing here in the back is ready to go, except for the last wheel, which will go on after the track goes on. And I've got the other side ready to go as well. So next step here, we're going to start getting these bolted into the frame. And after that, you can come over here and be grabbing these rubber tracks and wrangle those in. Let's get to it, getting these things on. So I got the boogie wheel assemblies all bolted onto the main frame, and then I also made this wood piece right there that pulls them all up so that they're collapsed down. And what that does, it makes the suspension be as small as possible and should make it easier to put the tracks on. So we'll find out next. Rubber track getting ready to go in. We've got the crane hooked up here to carry the weight. 2x4 is keeping it flat on top so it doesn't sag. Pallet jacks lifting it from below, and the suspension parts are snugged up in there as tight as I can get. So now we're ready, got it in position. We're going to slip it up on there hopefully. A little bit of grunting, and we got the track slipped over the back there. So now I can start assembling the internals, the rest of those. Get that wood out of there that helped keep the boogie wheel assemblies up. And once we do that, get the rest of this assembled, then we can move on to the other side. Finally got all the major components assembled on this right side here. Getting this tensioner air cylinder in there is kind of a pain. Use the Porter Power there to get that in, and there's just a few small bits that are pretty easy to put in. We'll get in a little bit later, but now to get the rest of this mess cleaned up, and we'll see if we switch over to the other side, see how time's going here. Starting on the other side, the knuckle boom crane makes this so much easier. Lifting in that rear swing arm assembly. It's heavy, and to get it lined up with the tabs there, it's a tight fit in there. So the crane lifts that whole thing up for me, and then I can wiggle it into position, so it makes it so much easier. The other ones are singles, and they're a lot lighter. I can handle them by myself, but that rear one's a heavy bugger, and crane does a nice job of helping me with that. So anyway, we're going to keep going and see where we can get on the left side here. So the right track is fairly complete, at least in terms of major components. I do need to come in and hook up the airlines. There's some spring preloaders that I had an earlier video on. Those components there. Then I've got, on the left side, I got the rubber track hung on there. It's hard to see because of the angle, but it's hung on there, but all the major components inside are still left to do. So I got those left to do. And then you're probably wondering, well geez, it's looking pretty complete. What's left to do? So we'll take a minute or two here to go over some of that. First up of major components is the safety bar. That's here in the protective plastic, and that white tote underneath of it's got all the subcomponents under it for that. Then over here we've got a pallet of major parts. Of course, the two fuel tanks are the obvious ones. We've got the black flippers here. They go on the front of the ramp. They got to go on. Then over here on this pallet, we've got the windshield frame, the winch anchor arms that go there, plus all the sub-assembly parts that make that thing move. The actuators are already on. And then standing up here and kind of in this little box with all the protective plastic wrap, actually up in here, is the control box stand, and that's got to be reassembled as well. So those are the major things, and of course can't forget the roof. We got to put that on. It's really dusty right now, so that's why it looks kind of funny. It's full of dust from the from the powder coating place. So that's got to go on, and then of course the windows need to get screwed all on, both the side windows, the little filler panels, and the windshield one. And then of course there's some miscellaneous little details that need to be buttoned up. But we're getting much closer. We're really in those final stages. Once I get that other track finished, assembled, I'll probably drop it back on the ground, take it for a little test spin, and make sure major systems are all working correctly, and then come in and finish off some of these other things. So anyway, until next time, thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys next time. It's probably going to be around Thanksgiving when I get back here and keep going. So until then, stay safe guys.